Is there a replant grove yet? No, not yet, Clelk, but hopefully we'll be able to get that going. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Once we've got like councillors or something along those lines. Again, assuming that people agree with the idea that I'm going to put forward, because it is down to consensus. It is down to everyone taking part in the governance here and voting on it. There may be a better idea. There could easily be. Frankly, I would be shocked if there wasn't a better idea. But we'll present the idea that I've got, and if it is accepted, then we can work within that idea and try and get some main sort of like council members in control or rather responsible for certain aspects of governance and organizing our efforts to stop the meteor. And maybe below them there'd be others. There's no particular reason why there couldn't be. Perhaps each of them would have their own section of people and like civic workers who would help manage those aspects. Perhaps someone who specifically, honestly, you could end up with a role like a government position of someone who goes around and clears the debris. And then that's what they spend their time doing. Whether or not something like that, because honestly, it sounds like very, very thankless work. Not going to lie. But it's important work. It is important work. Right, time for us, I would say. How about we get up top? So for that, I'm going to need ladders. For that, they will be needed. What is my claim here? I could even bring this out a little bit more. It's kind of tempting. Because we're going to want a too wide aperture for the shop windows. Maybe there. Or here, perhaps. And then a ladder going up. Something along those lines. Have we got hewn logs up there? We have. Perfect. Let's go ahead and build a ladder then. This will be temporary for the time being, but eventually we might be using this more permanently. Yep. Let's take the car off the main road so it doesn't trip anyone up. Okay. Now then, time to start fleshing this area out. I want a bit of an area where you can walk, maybe 3-4 tiles deep. And then back here, I would very much like to have a proper room set up for the kilns. If we can start working on bricks early, that would be perfect. That would be absolutely perfect. So, with that said and done, let's go ahead and grab plenty of mortared stone and start laying down some floors. Once again, we'll go with lines of them. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to the idea of having maybe just too wide along the outside, and then you can walk around. Like, I'm kind of thinking I wouldn't mind having some sort of fencing. I'm not entirely sold on that yet. But if I had fencing, I would want the walking areas to be 3 wide. Would that give me enough room for 2 kilns up top? Yes, it would absolutely give me room for 2 kilns up top. So, okay, we'll go with this. That is going to require that I get a lot more mortared stone, unfortunately. A lot more. There we go. Also, I'm afraid I'm going to have to chop you down, little tree. It pains me to do it, but it's going to have to be done. There we are. Got one more piece of mortared brick to take over to the government building. I'm going to try and make sure that I'm contributing a bit, because everyone is going to benefit from that. So it makes sense that everyone contributes if they can. Obviously your contribution should be based on the availability of resources. A very new player who has basically built up nothing. well, then their contribution shouldn't be expected to match something of a well-established businessman who's got a massive amount of raw resources to play with. That just makes sense to me. Let's check in on chat. Yael, thank you very much for the 5 months. Finally, I caught another stream. This day just became so much better. I'm so glad to hear that. I hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. Also, I just noticed the time. Wow, we are past our, quote unquote, hour-long gaming session before an ad break. I'm sorry if anyone's getting mid-rolls. Actually, you know what? Has anyone actually had a mid-roll on my channel yet? Obviously, if you're a sub, I don't think you would see them. And obviously, if if you're blocking ads, then there's no point in replying on this one because you're just going to throw the statistics off. But has anyone actually had an ad? Oh, they've disabled mid-rolls. What? When? See, this is what happens. I look away from Twitter for like a few days. I look away from Twitter for a few days. Is that confirmed? They've straight up scrapped the idea. I would be so happy if they have, because as much as I don't like them, oh yeah, people got really mad on Twitter, but Twitch aren't always the most reactive to that. Sometimes it can take a little bit of a kick up the bum to get them to be like, oh yeah, maybe this wasn't as well thought out as we first thought. No shade. Everyone can be like that some of the times, let's be honest. I certainly can. But no, if that is the case, I'm going to be so happy. So happy. Also, chat, we need to make sure that we are saving a little bit of room in here for, cafes and stuff. Because, what's a shop if you haven't got a little quaint little tea room off to the side? So that your shoppers can stop by. Like a little garden centre cafe. It's going to be grand. You can get some nice cakes and scones. If you're particularly early in the morning, you might be able to get some of the Welsh cakes, but they'll be going really fast. Frankly, you'll be lucky to even sit next to someone who's even sat next to someone who had one of the Welsh cakes. They will sell that fast. Ultra popular. But nevertheless, it shouldn't stop you from trying. I do apologize for the lag on the server. I really am sorry. I feel responsible. Largely because I am. There we go. Let's try and get through all of this if we can. Now, I have got a spangly new star down there that I'm not spending yet. I'm thinking I might hold on to that until there's something important for me to go for. I mean, I could make my life easier and go for all sorts of things that I could use to directly support my business, directly support the general efforts of the dapperlings as a whole. But I think I would kind of... I mean, if I took logging, then I could make my own charcoal, for example. That's an obvious one. But I'd also remove the opportunity to involve someone else in making the charcoal. I'd remove that opportunity to have a job board and to hire anyone who has the requisite skills to do the work, but maybe doesn't have a business themselves to make money. Because to be fair, making charcoal is not easy work. You've got to have a high level of logging to do that. It's like level 6, I believe. So this wouldn't be cheap labor. This is skilled labor. It's just skilled logging labor. I don't know why there should be an idea that being a lumberjack isn't skilled work. Though I am very guilty of being like, oh wow, it's just logging. But no, it's a very high level of it. They know how to use that axe just so. Why it has to be a high level of logging to make charcoal, though, I'm not sure. Nevertheless, it is. So, we just have to work with that. Let's pop that down there. Let's pop this in here. Ugh. Pop that in there. Am I going to have any room for these? No. Let's move all of this down into the storage then. That will help out a bit. That makes plenty of room for us to get a little bit more stuff going. I could donate this dirt to anyone who's making like ramps or anything like that. That'd be so. Oh no, my poor axe. Right, let's head up and fix my my pickaxe. I can't wait until I've got metal tools. But then that presents the problem of I'm not going to be able to repair my own tools, which will be a little bit embarrassing. There we go. And can I repair this as well? Because I may as well while I'm here. Oh, can I repair this? I can. Happiest of days. I can protect myself. Plumber's Mac. eBay is so useless. I tried looking up lighters, but all they had was 13,576 matches. Oh. Plumber's Mac, where do you get these jokes, man? I don't even... Yes, Nolden. That face, that emoji face is exactly the face I made reading that joke. Oh. Problem is, they are kind of funny, though. As much as I hate to admit it, they are. Kinda. I felt your soul leave your body. Worth it. I felt my soul leave my body too. Anything mining related I could get? It's kind of what I do know. No, realistically, no, I've already got a lot. Ooh. I've got something new. Okay, so focus workflow. What about you? Aha. Frugal workspace. Lowers tier requirements of related tables by 0.2. Or increases the tier requirements of tables by 0.2, but reduces the resource needed by 5%. Yes. My mason benches now, when they're on their own, work twice as fast, and they use 5% less resources. Best combination ever, I think. We'll go and have a quick look. Make sure that this still actually counts, because it might not anymore. Status. Good. Perfect. However, I've put so much work into this one already. I am going to cancel this order. The masonry, yeah, as much as I hate to cancel the order because I'm going to lose a bunch of time on it, but it's worth it. You know what? I've got a bit of money. How about I have a look around? See about some upgrades, shall I? Oh, nice. Oh, no, I can sell it. Oh, right, never mind. I thought, wow, that's pretty good pricing, I'll be honest with you. What about this? Oh, no one's selling that one, unfortunately. I think this one is made of a carpentry bench. Yeah. And the basic upgrade 4 is made in a Wainwright table for a lot. Now, I suspect... Are there any other upgrades that I can find? Upgrades. Upgrade, there we go. Advanced upgrade, there we go. Advanced upgrade 1. Just make it at the kiln, and I think I may already have one. Decreases resource cost for the table work orders by 10%. Yeah, they're just... I mean, they're for more advanced machines, basically. Oh, well. I wouldn't mind getting a level 3. Let me see if anyone can sell them. Let's find out. Why aren't any carpenters selling upgrades? They may have already been bought. They're very popular. What could you use the star on that might be useful for your mining operation? Well, I mean, there's advanced masonry, but someone needs to research that first. Furthermore, if we look in here, there's glass work, which would allow me to make advanced upgrade version 2s. Which themselves would probably worth quite a lot, actually. 25% less resource cost and craft time on tier 2 materials. But I would kind of like to save it for advanced masonry because that's going to take me a while to get to. Oh, cool. Nobo is working on getting up their carpentry. That'll actually be really useful. But the reason why I'm hesitant to spend this is I currently earn 56 skill points a day. Let me get that right. And it's going to take 200 to get my next star, which is 3 days and an hour. Now, I can increase that speed a little bit. Oh, somebody's, sorry, working on their skill. My bad. But yeah. It will take me 3 days to get the next skill point. Not exactly what I want to be doing right now. I'm going to be honest. Not exactly what I want to be doing. However, that being said, let's go ahead and make some masonry mortar. I can't make any masonry mortar very well, and I can't make any stone, but that's fine. We've got 656. Let's make 100. Oh, that's nice. That should take 1 and 3 each, but that's nice. I'm saving 15 stone. I'm saving a whopping 28 mortar. That is exceedingly good. Let's wait for that to go through. And then start adding in the labor. I am going to need some chunky foods. But that is so good. It used to cost me so much to add that much labor. So many calories. Oh my lord. Right, let's have some very, very delicious meaty. Wild stew. Well, maybe not actually. I need something that's got a bit more oomph to it. Simmered meat. Oh, now we're talking. Look at that. Very nice. Now up to 63. It was as high as I believe like 70 earlier, but we're going to slowly excavate this area and turn this into the stone that we're going to use to pave the top. Once we've got that done, I can probably get down a kiln and start making use of all of that glorious, glorious clay that we've accrued. I'll also set up a... probably lagging, aren't I? Yes. I'll also set up some work orders. Well, actually, I need to get a work order bench for that, but what's wrong with this? Oh. Okay, I'm going to need to deliver more mortared stone and hewn logs. It seems that they have not been used. Let me take more over there then. Hopefully. I was fairly certain that we'd already gotten all of that delivered. I'll bring over 15 so that we can get that rolling again. Either that, though, because I've created it, as long as I park my cart just outside. Actually, I probably don't need on this one. Probably don't need my to help with this one. Should be okay. Let's go down this way. Womp. I can get through this little area with my car. Think. Right. Crafting. Storage. Dunk. And wait, no, I want to carry it. Again, you know, everyone's got to put their part in for the government. Otherwise, we're never going to get it done. If we can just get 30 logs. We need to get that super fast because Leafin is literally paying people to cut down the tree so he doesn't dirty his own hands. What a scallywag he is. Someone sold Lady Shield 1,000 rice. Wow. Tempted to get this game, but I already have 20 other games I want to play. Oh, I know that feel. I know that feel so painfully well. Uh-oh. Oops, I may have done a dumb. Chat, I may just have closed a load of people to decide they want to go cut down the forest. Yeah. Not my best moment, I'll grant you. And get rid of all this dirt. At some point, I'm going to take the dirt elsewhere. So I'll check if anyone wants it first. There's no reason not to make it available to them if they can use it. Now, I'm not entirely sure yet how I want to do this. Especially because we're going to have to move in and down. I need 5 tall for the stockpiles in here. But I'm thinking maybe have the wall something like there. Go in, like the door would be here. And then you can walk along a little area to the shopping stands. Or I can just have them on little wooden plinths. Just available to the windows. Either way, though, I would like those windows to be sunk in just a tiny bit more. I am a big fan of that effect. Nope, just one. Ah, poop. Oh, actually. There we go. Something like that. And then the same on this side. Only I'm going to need to drag the cart back around. I like the idea of the columns, kind of, you know, gives this bit of a regal look. I think this store is going to be very, very pretty. Hopefully it will be. I'm going to try and avoid any kind of industrial look. The lower floor may be more out of necessity than anything else. A little bit. A little bit boxy, if I'm honest. I'm going to see what I can do to avoid that, but simply because I'm going to want to have this area basically enclosed completely. I don't want people looking in at the stockpiles. It's going to look ugly. That matters. Well, certainly, as much as I do agree with your sentiment, more or less, about leaving outside to deal with the meteor if he causes a great damage to all of our plants. At the same time, um, we what? Where did I just put that? Oh, there we are. At the same time, the whole point is to not let the meteor hit. Gonna be honest, if the meteor hits, that's a fail condition. That is not a haha, we will make that evil scallywag leaf and rue the day. No, that is a poop. We have failed. We are dead. The planet has died. Only it won't have. We might be able to resuscitate it, but it would be so much work. What I need right now. Honestly, I need bricks, really. I'm just going to cart that over to the government building. Then I am thinking of, well, just give me a second. I need to double check that we've got enough mortar here, because I'm going to need a lot more of this stone. Oh, we got loads. Got absolute loads of mortar. Absolutely loads of mortar. We should be good. Kronos, thank you very much for the Prime. 3rd month, 2nd best month. Prime subscriptions came available again. Thanks for introducing me to an intriguing game. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. And Cinder Dragon, love the name. Thank you very much for the 2nd month. 2nd month, best month. Diolch yn fawr. But okay, we're going to take over a couple of bits and bobs. Let's drag these down. And hopefully, I can use this in some way to help develop the core building. It's doing an amazing job so far, I've got to be honest. Right, let's drop off all of those. Pop. Okay. Now then, the next bit of something we need to do, we need more stone. So we can probably just excavate through the middle, turning it into stone as we can. And then slowly, little by little, bit by bit, replacing the stockpiles up top. It may be a little bit of a potch, but we'll get there eventually. Now, my immediate desire is to have more of the kind of orange brick columns down there, and down the sides will be orange brick, but kind of inset will be the regular blue brick, the mason stone, just to give us a little bit of a different color, different facade, just on this one side. And I think that'll actually be really, really cool. That'll give us a really nice effect, I think. We'll have the sandstone brick flooring up top, but then we'll exchange it for hewn logs, maybe even lumber if we get particularly wealthy, to build our kilns in. We'll have 2 rooms for kilns and 1 room for a mason's workbench, because there may be some jobs that I would be happy, even though I can do the masonry work, I'd be happy to set up and allow other people to fulfill those job requests, just so they've got a way of making money. Likewise, I would like to get a job board out here somewhere, which will have jobs for both Aavak credit and for silver clovers. So, you know, if I've got the silver clovers, I'll pay in that if I can. If not, then Aavak credits can also be used so that the overall the work will be done. We'll set up the kilns to produce both charcoal and bricks. So there's an easy, accessible location to get some tier 2 resources. Then, furthermore, we'll have the masonry workshop just making some, mortared stone, so people have stuff like this, maybe even some furniture items, and those will both be available. 1 in Aavak credits, 1 in silver clovers. Yeah, I think we're doing well, and we'll also at some point claim a little area to the side, maybe, and have a little cafe there. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Right, in chat. So, what you're saying, Aavak, is after the meteor is dealt with, we should track where it came from and fire Leaf in there as a counter. Yes, more or less. The normal redwood tree population has grown by over 1,000, but they won't grow into old growth ones before the meteor hits. No, they won't. It takes 1,000 real life days for them to grow into old growth redwoods. 1,000 days. Even it took me only 4 days to kill a few. Yes, you scallywag. Chop one tree, you can make 1,000 matches. It takes one match to burn 1,000 trees. Right, okay. Well, it is time for a tea break, everyone. I didn't actually see if there was any confirmation on whether Twitch had backed down on the whole idea of mid-roll ads. Let's hope that they have, but I will look it up in order to work that out. But so I'm just going to drop an ad for here. If nothing else is going to disable the mid-rolls. But while we're on tea break, you're not missing anything. Now would be a good time for you to wander off, grab yourself a drink. Hydration is important. Also, a snack, perhaps. And we shall be back here in about 5 minutes, I think. So I shall see you very, very soon.